back to my channel. So today I am coming at you guys with an exciting video. I feel like I say that in all my videos, but it's exciting for me. Today is especially exciting because I got my hands on a few of the DESI and KATY by Dose of Colors collection, and I'm super excited because I loved how this look turned out. It will be a kind of review demo on this look that I'm wearing, and I love how it turned out. I am in love with the color of the shadows. I love the way they applied. I'm in love with this nude kind of peachy undertone nudie lip, which I'm actually not really used to wearing. I'm more on like I really like kind of like a brown undertone nude, very warm, but this is warm and this actually is really, really nice. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the products that I purchased so then we can move on to the demo part of this video. So I went ahead and I picked up 3 items. The first thing I picked up was the eyeshadow quad palette. This is what it looks like. I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen it. It's all over social media. It launched it launched 2 weeks ago, I believe, and I did actually not get to buy it on the launch date, unfortunately. So what I did is this last weekend I ran to Noli's, which is a kind of just a beauty store, a little higher end than I would say Sephora, and they carry more brands than like Sephora and Ulta do. But I live about 45 minutes away from Noli's with traffic, so I decided to go ahead and take a trip out there because I heard that they had restocked all the DESI and KATY by Dose of Colors items. So I thought, oh my god, I have to go and pick some items up. So that is what I did, and fortunately they had so much of everything in stock. I wish I actually would have picked up a highlighter, but I didn't. What I did pick up was the eyeshadow quad palette. I don't know if this is called the girls like palette or the squad palette. I'm not really sure if the palette has an actual name. I don't see it anywhere listed here on the actual packaging itself. I just see the names Noli, Suz, Harpoon, and Turbosan. So if you aren't familiar with who those names are, they are the names of their dogs. DESI and KATY each have 2 dogs, and they named this palette after their animals, which I think is so cute and so appropriate, especially with the colors in the palette. So this is what it looks like. It's absolutely beautiful packaging. This is such a stunning packaging. I honestly bought this, well, I pretty much bought everything because the packaging is what got me. I'm such a sucker for how things look, how they're displayed, and I just loved it so much. I was like, oh my god, even if I don't end up liking the products, which I kind of figured I would anyway, because I've been hearing really great things about these products, that I mean, at least the packaging is pretty, right? And it's affordable, you guys. That's what's so great about this whole collection, is it's super affordable. This eye palette only costs $28, and you get 4 nice size eyeshadows. They are all textured shadows. There aren't any mattes in here. 2 of these shadows, which are going to be Suz's color right here. It's just like this really nice kind of champagne-y color. You definitely want to use wet just because you're going to get a better color payoff, and you're going to get the actual true color of what the shadow is intended for. So you definitely want to make sure you use that one wet. And then you also want to use Harpoon, which is this color right here, the color I used today actually. You want to use that wet as well. You could use all these shadows wet if you want. You know, it won't hurt the shadow. It'll probably show a lot more pigmented, and the true color will come out really nice. But the 2 ones that you're supposed to use wet, like I said, are going to be Suz and Harpoon. Those 2 are the ones you want to for sure use wet, because you will not get the proper application if you do not use them wet. So I did use 2 colors from this quad today. I just used the colors Suz and Harpoon. I do use them wet, and you will see how I do it in the demo part of this video. So yeah, so far I'm actually really, really liking these shadows. I love the way the Harpoon applied. I think that's my favorite color from the entire palette. I can't wait to play with Turbosan and Noli. I think those are going to look just as great. But yeah, I'm excited to go ahead and play with this whole palette. And like I said, it retailed for $28, and you are getting 1.73 grams. So that is great. The next 2 items that I picked up were 2 lip products. One of them I already knew I wanted, I needed, I had to have it, and it's actually the liquid lipstick in the color Hot Fire. This is what the actual packaging of the lipstick looks like. It's so chic, classy, beautiful nude. I love it. And then this is what the actual packaging itself came in. So I'm pretty sure everyone can care less about the actual packaging of it. But yes, this is what it looks like. It is a wand tube. So it is a liquid lipstick. I believe it is the same Dose of Colors formulas that they have. It's just a new color, obviously. I absolutely love this color. I think it looks so great on every skin tone. I specifically picked it up because I love these colors on my specific skin tone. I am more on the lighter side, I would say. So I think this is such a beautiful color, you guys. Like, it's just so pretty. It's when it goes on, it does go on creamy. It does dry to a matte, and it's very comfortable feeling. I did wear it and play around with it the other day when I picked it up. So I'm really, really loving this and excited to use this. This is like the first color in my collection that I actually have. It's like this color, and when I put it on my lips, it is really more of a kind of orangey undertone. So it definitely is complementing on my skin. So if you are, you know, the same color as me or around the same color as me, it's going to look really nice on you, but it also looks really nice on medium to darker skin tones as well. So yeah, this retailed for $18 and you are getting 14 ounces. So yeah, really excited about that. And then the last item picked up was one of the classic lipsticks, and this is the More Creamer Please. I gravitate towards, like I said, more kind of nudes that are definitely more warmer and definitely more like brown undertones, I guess. I don't really cater to pinky undertones when it comes to nudes. I just don't like them or don't care for them. I think on my skin tone too, I just don't prefer them. I definitely prefer more warmer tones. So that is why I stuck to More Creamer Please. Though no shade, it's just as beautiful, but like I said, comparing it to More Creamer, it's not something that I would wear very often, so I didn't really want to kind of buy it because there would have been no point for it. But yeah, this is what the actual packaging of the classic lipstick looks like. It is a cream-based formula, so it's definitely going to be a lipstick formula, like an original lipstick. And it's so pretty. I'm wearing it on my lips. It definitely looks different on, but yeah, so that is More Creamer Please. Absolutely beautiful. Definitely more of a kind of peachy brown undertone. It definitely looks different when it's on my lips too, I noticed. I think because my lip pigment is already kind of naturally like a pink, so it just looks more warmer when it's on, but definitely on my hand it looks more brown, almost like a true nude. So I love it. I love the formula. It's so comfortable, creamy. It doesn't feel like it's going to dry down to any matte. It definitely is going to be a true kind of classic formula of a lipstick. So like the MAC lipsticks, it's just going to kind of be there. When you eat, drink, or you know, wipe or whatever, it probably will come off most likely. But it's such a beautiful lipstick. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. And you get 0.14 ounces as well of this. The lipstick, by the way, is $16. I don't think I mentioned that. But that's everything I picked up from the collection. The entire collection is super affordable in my opinion. I really do think that these are a lot more affordable. To me, $28 for 4 shadows, such pretty packaging, is definitely worth it. It's just such a pretty collection altogether, and I'm so excited for Desi and Katy. They are 2 big YouTubers that I do follow and that I have been quite obsessed with and that I enjoy watching because they are just so fun, so down to earth, and so true. That pretty much wraps up this entire kind of like intro. If you want to see how I got this look, it is a full face demo from foundation to eyes to lips. So if you want to go ahead and see how I got this look and how these colors and lipstick applied, then just keep on watching. So we're going to first start off by moisturizing our face, and then we're going to go ahead and just prime, and I'm using my favorite Smashbox primer water, of course. And then we're going to go in with some foundation, and I'm just going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me's, both the Dewy and Smooth and the Matte and Poreless. And then for our eyes, I'm going to first start off by taking the Kathleen and Morphe Brushes Palette. I'm taking the lightest shade in the palette, the matte shade, and using that as my base to kind of just set the foundation. And then I go into the Bella palette and I just grab that kind of lighter cream beige and use that as a transition color for my crease. Then I go back to the Kathleen palette, grab that like mustard pukey shade and use that as the crease or as the transition color. And then I go back with the cool toned brown in the palette and focus that in the crease. And then I go back and blend out everything and just mixing the 2 colors together. Then I go ahead and pick up the Desi and Katy eyeshadow quad palette. I use that color Harpoon, and I just go ahead and focus this on the lid. This color I actually do use a lot. I go ahead and I wet my finger with the primer spray by Smashbox, just because you are supposed to use these shadows wet as instructed. And I go ahead and just put it on with my finger because I feel like that is the best application and the best kind of pigment and color payoff that I get. I went ahead and tried using a brush, but I didn't like it, so I went back to using my finger. And then I just dust off any of the excess fallout, and then I wipe as well, just to give kind of a clean base for my concealer. And then I go back to my eyes. I felt like I needed a little bit more blending, and it kind of lost the transition color, so I just go back with the same colors I used before and kind of just layered again, making it a little bit more noticeable. And then I do notice that I lost some of the kind of color going up, so I went ahead and just packed on some more of that Harpoon. And then now I move on to my face. I'm going ahead and just finishing the concealing part of my face. Since I did do my foundation, I just use my Hard Candy Under Eye Instant Eye Treatment as always, and then I go in with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, which is my favorite concealer right now, and I use that, and I go ahead and layer with the what is it? Is it the Maybelline? No, the L'Oreal Pro Glow Concealer as well, just because it is a little darker, so I like to mix these two together. And it really does just give it a very flawless finish. And I'm also trying out a new sponge. This is a Flower Beauty sponge. You can find this at Walmart, and I actually really like it. It's very soft, very easy to work with, and it does have a really cool kind of like indent on the top, so it's great for underneath your eyes. For bronzer, I go ahead and just use my famous Chanel bronzer. It is a cream to powder bronzer, and it is a universal color. Then I go ahead and set with the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. Love this powder. It's so amazing. It just makes my skin look very flawless and poreless like, which I absolutely love. And I like to focus the powder all over the areas I concealed, just because I do get oily in the center of my face, so I just like to make sure I have extra coverage. And then to go ahead and add just like a softer look to my face, I like to use the Laura Mercier Candle Light Glow Powder, and this just kind of gives me a really nice soft look. And then for a little bit more luminosity, I like to use the Lancome Loose Powder. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Estee Lauder and Victoria Beckham bronzer. I absolutely love this bronzer. It's so pretty and looks very natural. And then I'm going to do a little bit of nose contouring. So I just pick up the Cool Tone shade from the IBY Beauty palette and just focus that on the sides of my nose, giving my nose a little bit more of a kind of longer, skinnier look. And I wanted more of kind of like a glistening bronzer look, so I went ahead and grabbed the Estee Lauder and Bronze Goddess bronzer to go ahead and just add that to the higher points of my cheeks. And then for blush, I'm just grabbing a Morphe Brushes blush palette and just using that orangey shimmery shade, which I actually ended up really liking. And then I go ahead and just do the lower part of my lash line, just smoking it out using the same colors I did in the crease. And for the inner corner highlight, I grabbed the color Suz. I did wet my brush with some primer water, and this is just going to help it apply the way it's supposed to. And then I go ahead and hit my bottom lashes with some mascara. For a highlighter, I use Champagne Pop, and I just put that on the higher points of my face as always. And then to go ahead and get my eyebrows to just not move throughout the day, I like to put Anastasia brow gel. I spray my face again with some primer water from Smashbox. And for lipstick, I'm going in with more Creamer Please. And that is the finished look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in my next one. Bye.